Okay, happy Saturday morning. Man, it's another beautiful day here in northern Alabama. It is Memorial Day weekend. And man, I got another winner. I'm super happy. My last car was super clean and tight, and I backed it up with another, almost complete home run. Another low mileage 2011. Again, 2011 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. This little puppy only has 112,000 miles on the clock. Again, that's super low for these cars. They will typically do 250 to even 500,000 miles on the original motor and transmission. They're really, really solid cars. This car came out of Knoxville, Tennessee from the Metro Police Department. It was, in fact, a marked patrol car for a few years, but then it was recommissioned for the Cupcake Squad, which is like the civilian patrol or the cadets. And it was used to pull around the radar trailer, if you've ever seen those on the side of the road. So it has a Class 3 hitch. It does not have the dongle for the trailer lights, but I'm sure you could wire that in if you wanted to use it to trailer. The car's super straight. It runs and drives really well. Usually when they recommission them to the civilian patrol, they usually take a really nice car out of there. Stock to convert, and this is a great example. This car is really clean, it's really straight. There are a few minor dings, I'll point those out to you, and there's some scratches in the paint and whatnot, but overall it looks really, really nice. Very, very presentable car. As far as cosmetics go, this is really up there. It's better than most. It does have a few imperfections. There's a little scuff on the bumper. There's some scratches in the paint. Couple of there's a hole from that. There was a light bar on this car at some point, and an antenna, and there's a couple little dings around this hole, if you can see. Surface scratching in the paint on a couple areas. The trunk has some surface scratching. There's a small ding there, and there's some paint touch up right there. But again, this very, very minor. This is a really, really clean car. Not to pat myself on the back, but I get good cars, and you're looking at it, you're seeing it up close. I did run and get coffee, so the car's not cold, but it fires right up. The battery was good when I got it. Usually I have to replace the battery, but this car started right up. And a couple other things to note: it has almost new matching Goodyear RSA Pursuit tires. Like I said, not brand new, but man, pretty dang close to new. And it has a brand new, never mounted RSA spare in the trunk. This car has two cool options that I'm into. I know I make a big deal about performance axle, and this car does in fact have a performance axle. It's an X5, so it's the 3-to-7 ratio, but it is a locking differential. And I'll say it again, man, people say that's not that big of a deal, but having had a lot of these cars and a lot of experience driving them, I can tell you it definitely does make a difference. It definitely is a preference to have that locking rear diff. Makes the cars a lot more fun to drive. And this car has power seat, which again, if you've had both, if you had a non-power and a power seat, the power seat makes a big difference. There's a lot more adjustability, like you can adjust the height, and I like to have the seat up high, so I really like the power seat too. The interior of this car is super clean. You can see the seats in great shape, almost no wear. There's a little tiny bit of scuffing right there, but for an Interceptor, really, really clean. Okay, let's take it for a ride down the block so you can hear it run. As far as maintenance, I did my basic run through. It's got a new air filter, fresh oil filter, a new Goodyear serpentine belt, fresh power steering fluid, fresh brake fluid. I did not replace the thermostat on this car. It is running at temperature. It's running properly. 112,000 miles on the clock. The TPMS light is not lit. No idiot lights on the dash. It came that way. This is a really, really good running car. No mechanical issues. Jumps right into gear. The transmission fluid is full and clear. Like I said, the car came out of Central Tennessee, so rust is a non-issue. There was one little small spot I didn't point out on the rocker panel on the passenger side that's been touched up, but it was, I don't know, maybe the size of a dime. Okay, I am going to be quiet here for a second so you can hear the car run through the gears. Okay, this car, I mean, like I said, it runs really smooth. It's really strong. It's nice and tight. I forgot to mention it has new front shocks, new upper control arms. You can totally tell the front end, the suspension as a whole in this car is really, really nice. It rides very well. It's nice and tight. I took it on the 100-mile loop yesterday. It ran flawlessly. No issues at all. Everything works. It's got cold AC. All the windows work. Even the spotlight works. Very, very, very good running car. And like I said, it's a 2011, so last model year of the Crown Victoria. I'm going to pull in up here and whip it around, and we'll put a little heat into it so you can hear it run out again. But man, I was super happy with the last car I had a couple of weeks ago, and man, this one's just right up there too. It's, I don't know, I want to say it's maybe just a half point behind it. I thought the engine was a little more lively than that other one, but the reality is that car had a C6 differential, so that makes a big difference. It makes the car feel a lot livelier. Okay, I'm gonna let this car roll by, and then we'll give it some heat and let you listen to it run out again. All right, there you have it. Again, nice, clean 2011. It only has 112,000 miles on the odometer. You're riding along with me. You can see it's a nice, clean, tight, good running car. Clean Alabama title in my name. Come down, take a look, take it for a ride around the block. It's a nice car. Thanks for watching.